Hey guys, welcome to the kitchen. I'm going to show you what it looks like in a high carb raw vegan's kitchen, and how I make a little smoothie. So, of course, we got dried fruit. Dried fruit is essential for having in your kitchen. Use it as a backup food. You don't want to eat it all day long every day, but just every now and then you're hungry, just grab a handful of raisins. Raisins are awesome. Tamarins are absolutely phenomenal. They last quite a while and they're very sweet and yummy. Get them at any Asian market. And here we got more raisins from the farmer's market. These are so good, these raisins. These ones are called Scarlet Johansson raisins. And then we got some, what kind are these called, Shay? These are called? Princess raisins, and they taste like wine. So no two varieties of raisins should taste the same. These taste dramatically different than the Scarlets. So anyways, we get the backup dried fruit there, and lastly we have some prunes. So these prunes are oil-free, sulfur-free, sulfur dioxide-free, and that's key when buying dried fruit. You want to make sure it's sulfur dioxide-free. If it has potassium sorbate, it's all good. It's pretty innocent stuff. Just Google it, look up for yourself. And then coconut oil we do not consume orally, but we do put it on our lips at times, and on our face, and our back, and legs, and whatever, just to oil up for the camera, look good, and look good, feel good. And then over here we have the avocados, some of the avocados. So these are quite small, as you see, compared to the hand, and today I've had about 8 of them, so I think today instead of 80-10-10 I'm like 10-10-80, but all good, feeling great. It's all about getting enough sleep, getting enough sugar, and getting enough activity. So even if I'm eating 8 avocados a day, my fat ratio probably still ends up being around like 70, 75, 80%, because I'm also eating a lot of carbohydrate based fruits like oranges. Most of my day consists of oranges. But anyways, back on topic here. We got all the dried fruits and we got the avocados, and now I want to show you guys how I do bananas. Now let me just take this time here to explain my take on bananas. There's a lot of people who, when they first go raw, and I was one of them, and I used to even recommend this, a year or two ago. You just have the mentality of you just gotta load up on bananas. Just bananas is life. You just banana. It's so easy to get too many calories. Yes, too many calories from denser fruits. So that's why I recommend things like dates and raisins as a backup. Bananas, after a while, when you're on the fruitarian diet for a while, bananas start to become a backup as well. Just because they're simply not juicy. They're simply not juicy enough, and they're not as nutrient dense as a lot of other fruits. That's why you have to eat so many of them to really feel satisfied. And still, even after like a big smoothie of bananas, a lot of times you're not satisfied. So as you've seen during Ryder's videos, he has to add like coconut sugar to really satiate himself, because the bananas are just so low in nutrients. And that's not all bananas. It's just the typical Ecuadorian bananas that we get. They're a lot lower in nutrients than other fruits, and with other fruits like oranges, you can really fill yourself up and satiate yourself on a lot less calories. So if you're consuming more calories than you're burning, there's going to be some weight gain. And so yeah, unless you're during Rider and you're banging out 200-kilometer rides on the bike, you're probably not burning that many calories, and you can get away with eating even less than 3,000 calories a day. I used to think 3,000 minimum. Let's pack it in, smash it in. So I'd drink most of the smoothie, I'd be really full, I have a little bit left, I have to smash it in, get the calories in. And I guess it's good for a while, maybe for a week, month or two, when you're transitioning, just to really come over from the cooked food. But if you want to do raw right, if you want to do it long term, ease off on the calories, man, and just listen to your body and just eat enough. Eating enough is key to feeling right. So honestly, for me at this point, dried fruits, they're backup. Bananas have now become a backup for me, and I rarely eat them, but today is one of those days where I'm going to have some. And a big reason I don't eat them is not only because they're not juicy, because I like other things that aren't juicy as well, like avocados and stuff, but big reason for me why I don't eat bananas is because if I eat too many of them, like if I you know, 10, 15, 20 bananas a day, 10 bananas a day, I start to get heartburn. And it's been like that for the past, you know, 3-4 years now. Ever since I went fruitarian, I had that issue, and I thought it would go away. So if I were to eat a big smoothie like this full of bananas today, every day, I'd experience some heartburn, and I don't think that's very good. So, and I just simply don't feel optimal on bananas. Simply don't feel optimal on bananas. My digestion's not as smooth on them, and I know it can be like that for other people as well. A lot of people are experiencing constipation on this diet, and you're thinking, what, constipation on just fruit? And you ask them what they're eating, and it's mostly bananas. And not to say bananas are the only reason for constipation. There's a vast list of reasons for why people experience constipation. A lot of emotional reasons as well, but bananas simply don't have the enzyme activity that juicy fruits have, and enzymes are what's going to break the food down and let it pass through very, very quickly. So anyways, with that being said, I want to show you how I eat my bananas usually, as since they are a backup, a lot of them remain in the freezer. So backups are things that last for quite a while. So backups would be dried fruit, pasteurized juices, and frozen bananas, all frozen fruits. These three things last a long time. So frozen bananas, we got probably got at least 40 pounds here. Doesn't look like it, but we've got a bunch back here, a bunch up here, and then this tub right here is full of bananas. So these ones, as you can see, the peel's on them, and these ones are pre-peeled. So these are really easy to use. You just throw them in and blend them. But personally, I don't like eating them like this because they oxidize and they're just sitting out of their peel the whole time. And I think it's much better to freeze them with the peel on, like this. And really easy way to eat them too is that when you eat them with the peel on, or when you freeze them with the peel on, it kind of forces you to then, when you eat them at a room temperature level, because you can't really get the peel off unless the peel becomes room temperature. You just simply slide it out. But when it's frozen without the peel, it's much easier to just grab them, throw them in, and blend them, and then you're consuming cold fruit. And eating cold smoothies, eating cold fruit, not optimal. It can make you cold if you're in a cold climate, and it's just cold on the teeth, and just not optimal for digestion. You can consume with a lot more joy if it's just room temperature. So I think the flavors come out too when it's room temperature. So what I like to do is I take the bananas, I fill up a big bowl. I'll fill up a bowl full of frozen bananas. Turn the tap on hot, but I turn it on a temperature so that it's hot, but my hands can still tolerate the temperature. Because if it's too hot for my skin, it's too hot for the fruit, and it could actually kind of damage some of the life force there. Whatever life force is left after you freeze it, I guess. But hot water in here, and then you can even like leave the water trickling. Leave it trickling, so it's always adding more as you go, because you can fill it up with hot water, and then the bananas are so cold that they turn the hot water cold like that. So leave the hot water running, and after about 15-20 minutes, half hour tops, depends on how hot the water is. You can get them ready in like 5 minutes with really hot water, but I like to leave them sit for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Come back, and they end up like this. They're just like goopy. Super easy to put in the blender. Check this out. So that just slides in there, and it has a little slug effect here. Boop. Cool, eh? What does that remind you of? So you squeeze from the top, and you just down like a tub of toothpaste. Oh, these ones aren't working so well. Hold on, let me grab a good one. So you have a little opening at the bottom there, peel it just a little bit, and then you can slide it in like a slug. Just like that. And because they're so goopy, at this point, look at that, it's just pure goop. Goop. It's going to digest really, really well. And because they've been sealed in their skin, it's like brand new. It's like this has never been touched by air before. It's brand new. Yeah, it's frozen. Yeah, it's been sitting in there for a while, but it's never been exposed to oxygen, so it's tastes a lot fresher than the ones that have been peeled first. And because bananas give me heartburn, I found a way of helping that, at least helping the symptom anyway. And the way I do that is I either eat a lot of celery, because celery really helps with getting rid of the heartburn. So I either eat a lot of celery, maybe like a head or two heads of celery each day. And then if I don't have any celery, it's really easy. I just take some ginger right here and I throw the whole thing in. Just kidding, that's way too much. The amount of bananas I just put in, I don't know if you counted, maybe I think there was 10 bananas there. So yeah, about 10 bananas. I'll take about a fat thumb worth of ginger, and I usually peel it first, but I'm not going to peel it today because I don't feel like it. And I usually cut it up first so it blends up a bit nicer, but maybe I'll do that. Just take the ginger, this much ginger, add it to the smoothie. Add as much ginger as you want. You don't even need to add ginger. But ginger also aids with digestion, so if you're having digestive issues, you might want to consider adding ginger. And you definitely want to get organic ginger. This ginger I got at Whole Foods. I think it was about $7 a pound, so decent price for organic. Throw it in, big chunk right there. Vitamix will blend it up. If you guys want a Vitamix and you're in the States, contact Anastasia. Anastasia sells Vitamixes. She's always got some sort of deal going on too. So if you want a Vitamix for the best price, contact Anastasia, or just look into buying them refurbished too, because you can get a refurbished Vitamix for like $250 or something, 200 bucks. So probably cheaper nowadays. But anyways, that's that. That's how I eat my banana smoothies. I'll blend them up, and then honestly, I'll just drink them. This is key now. Drink them very, very slowly, and drink them until you're satisfied. Drink them until you just no longer have the desire to drink them, but do not continue to drink them just because there's some left. So the best way of avoiding eating too much is to have smaller portions. We go back to portion control. Not portion control, but just be conscious of your portion sizes. So it's like instead of having a massive bowl of salad and you're eating all the salad, you feel obligated to finish the salad. I've done it many, many times. Zucchini noodles, have a big bowl of zucchini noodles. You feel obligated to just stuff yourself full of zucchini noodles. So it makes way more sense to make a big bowl of zucchini noodle pasta, or a big bowl of salad, or a big smoothie, whatever, and then pour it into smaller cups, pour it into smaller bowls. And you'll be much less likely to overeat on them, and you won't feel guilty about saving the rest for later. And you'll feel fantastic. You won't overeat. You'll just stay awesome. So, if you like this video, subscribe for more, and stay awesome. Thanks for watching. Peace.